Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, where we are in the latter half or last stages of the park, I should say. Though if you look at how filled up the whole thing is, you wouldn't say it, you'd say it's October year 3. We would be in a problem though, if that were the case, and we actually have an issue that we need to deal with. I have the feeling that we are losing guests, or at least we are losing too many of them. I still think we have like a slight net gain. I don't know if we can actually see this. Well, actually, it's a bit difficult because we don't get a reading on how many we actually do have. But looking at this, it feels like, yeah, okay, so we did gain a few guests, but I don't know. I do seem to feel like there is like a slight drop off in how many we get. So it's going to be difficult to get the last few in. And I think something is wrong in the park. So let's do, before we continue building, let's do a few quick checks to see if everything is still in order. First of all, I feel we should do a check on the vandalism, if any. I mean, it could very well be that nothing is demolished, nothing is broken. Excuse me, I'm a bit sniffly-snaffly, so you'll have to excuse me for that, but, well, so far, nothing seems broken. You know, we're doing a thorough version of this check, but it seems alright. So, it's not any possible vandalism. The park's also pretty clean, actually, so it's not that. What it could then be are a few things. So let's check out how many people queue line length sorted. Here we can see if there is something wrong, like the Zambezi has nobody in the queue, but there are customers going to it. It's already lowered to like 4 game euro bucks. I don't feel like we should lower that any further. The Gotthard experience though is also making money, really. Yeah, I also don't really feel like lowering this, especially looking at the operating cost. Maybe we can go with like 4 game euro bucks. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll go with 4 game euro bucks. Just trying to see if there's something wrong here with any... Oh, the reflectorium. Yeah, this one definitely needs its price adjusted, you know. 5 game euro bucks is stupid. It did make all the money that we need, but now we're gonna lower this to... Look at how cheap it is to operate. You know what? What we're gonna do is, because we need to have guests to keep them in the park and to have them have something to do despite not having money, we're just gonna lower it. Also, the river there. Yeah, you have guests coming in, so this is just like, you know, you're that quick that nobody's on it right now. But it's not like the pricing's done wrong. Okay, so the pricing doesn't seem to be the issue. We should also check out the queue time. Now, let's see here. Oh my good lord, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Yeah, I feared as much. You know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to fix this. There is no escaping it. I'm not gonna make quite a few guests happy with this, but definitely do we need to fix this. Oh yeah, are we gonna fix this? Wait, what now? Yeah. Something like that, you know. I know that's a very unpopular measure to take on a ride like this, but in reality, this is kind of what we need to do. 26 minutes of queue time is absolutely terrible. I know we have an entertainer over here, I know that, but 26 minutes? No way are we gonna keep that. So then the popularity, and we have a few unknowns. We have wow, bathroom 1 has a popularity of 100. Really? Okay. Apparently so. We should take a look at this low one. Why is this unpopular? I don't get it. I don't get what this is based on, but okay. Apparently it is unpopular. I'm not really sure if we should act on this. Same for like satisfaction. I mean, you know, the problem is I don't know what all this stuff is based on. So reliability. It's also not really sorted that well. What we could do is perhaps replace a few things based on this. Like the Sidewinder is actually breaking down like quite often actually. Safety cutout. Downtime 3%. Can we check also on the downtime? Yeah. Wow. 11% for the Woodworm vintage, huh? That's actually quite a lot, if I'm honest. That might be because our safety mechanic is like placed in such a way that he always has to walk. You know, his patrol square might be like, you know, only have like the entrance on the edge, so he's walking up and down a little bit. That might account for the 11%. Of course. Now, this is the most important bit. Remembrance. We are charging $5 for this. It is making plenty of money. I don't know, really. We could lower this a little bit, but I'm hesitant to do it, as we also need to build more coasters. So, yeah, we lowered the queue time over here. We changed a few prices. I think we got it covered right now, but we'll have to see how things develop. Now for the eggheads. Exotic seafood thingy, and there's more shops and stalls coming. Okay, I guess so. What we're gonna do is... oh, and by the way, how long is your queue time? Only 3 minutes. I can hardly believe it, but I guess it is true. Do we have the ratings? 5.78 and 6.34. Granted, this is a bit more of a simple track, but I didn't really knew what to do else with this one, so yeah. Right, what we're gonna do then is get coasters. We need more coasters. A lot more coasters, which we're gonna get. And we're gonna start with the construction of the 2 coasters right above this area over here. So, to do that, what I'm thinking of doing, and this might be out of our reach a little bit, but what I'm thinking of doing is building a pair of coasters over here. And basically, I wanted them to... kind of want them to go above this madness over here. And but then we'll have to route them back somewhere through this area. Okay, let's try it. Now we need to decide on what type of coaster we're gonna build, taking in account for the fact that we have a deep lake right over there, which kind of excludes this, and this. So basically, we're only left with these 2. Somehow, I do not mind. And you know what? I feel like we should build the both of them. So we'll start out with this one, because it's a bit more difficult to construct. And if we can nail this one down, then we're set, basically. Then we have achieved what we need to achieve. So the plan is for this coaster to live right next to this path. But we cannot start building over there like straight away. We need to work our way up to it. So that basically that means go down and then like this. That's what this means, basically. You know, working our way up there. And then this is where I want the entrance to live. Is this above the path? It is. But that's okay. And then for the exit, I kind of want this to live over here, the exit. So, yeah. So this is where the thing is gonna be, and we are going to hook this up before continuing the build. No, that's not. Yes. Right. Okay, let's pause it here because, I mean, even though, you know, it is, we are only in April year 3. I feel like, you know, we need to be at least 1700 guests to feel safe to do stuff, you know, and say like, okay, barring a few horrible crashes, we should be good. So what I want to do is we'll go over here and hook it up to this section. You know what? We'll actually go below the Gemini track and we'll hook it up all the way over there. Yeah, that seems like that seems like the smart thing to do. No, wait, hold on. I said build. Yeah, look. Now this queue looks completely bonkers. I know this, but this is the right thing to do. Same for that one. Good. Okay, so that's that sorted. Now we need to actually build the ride. Also not an easy thing to do. Luckily though, we have options. So let's just map out where this coaster is actually gonna do its thing. Because currently we're kind of like free. That's the first thing. What I kind of feel we should do really is get this to like a reasonable height. But the budget isn't such that we can do too many crazy things. So I feel like we should not go to height 20, but we should somehow work our way through this bit. Don't know how yet, but I feel like we should. So, if at all possible, how cool would it be if we are able to pull this off? It's not gonna, if we go up here, down, and into this area, there's no other way than to go above this helix. Or we go above this area, and then go down, then go through here, and we might be able to pull off going below this hill over here, but above these tracks. Which would mean that we will be interweaving with the tracks over here. How cool would that be? And then ideally we would be able to go here and then somehow escape over here and then get over here and get back. Yeah, this is gonna be challenging. I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off. We're gonna give it a quick attempt. So bear with me here whilst I lift up the thing. Also, let's just do it like this for the time being. So height 19 is where we'll start at. And then we will go like this, right? So far, what's holding us back right now? Tree in the way, huh? Well, I'll be darned. Rightio. So far, the first bit is a fact. I think what we should do is go up steep. Else we won't be able to pull this off. Okay, now this will cause issues because we do not have the height to pull that one off. So pause it, because what I wanted to do was get over here on this side. Basically, I don't think we'll be able to do that. Unless we do not bank it over here. That's the only option that we have. Basically, what we need to do is something like this. Remove the tree. And then this is basically our only option over here. Now let's pause it quickly, because what we want to do next is line ourselves up in such a fashion that we can go below this bit and curve over here, and then somehow make sure that we go through here in such a way that we can get up and then through. Or will we be able to squeeze ourselves through here? No, there's no way that's ever gonna happen. Because how exactly? There's all kinds of tracks running here. So this is completely closed off. So that's not an option. What we can do is move through, go straight, move through here, and then ensure that we work ourselves up here. And then we're basically good to, well, or what we could do is we could just go below here. And then make sure that we stay on this side of the park. That's also another thing. So we could go below and then make sure we go up without blocking off too many possibilities for the next coaster. Because, yeah, there is also the next coaster, in case you were wondering. So, yeah, alright, let's try this. So far, it is a success, I'd say. So, we will do the on-ride photo section, and however boring it might seem, we are just gonna do a few straight track pieces. Then we should be lined up for our grand maneuver over here. And basically we can already go down one. Actually, I think this is gonna go really poorly, but what about if we... Yes, okay, so there's no going down on that one. And then get down. We are like way in there. I thought this would line up proper, but there is no going below this coaster. Unless we do the steep drop. We could try a quick steep one. Let me retry this. Is that gonna work out? No, because we are basically one too high. Or one too low for that one. That's easily remedied though. If we are able to pull off the same maneuver like this... Oh, you have got to be kidding me. We actually pull this one off? No way. I am a little bit worried though that we might also be blocking off any opportunities for like the next coasters. So perhaps we should... What we might be... I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do. We might completely have made it impossible for this coaster that's gonna be next to this one to do any track design whatsoever. So to that end, do we really need to... Wow. We are absolutely no. I don't like where this is going, so we're not gonna design it like this. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna how exactly do we want to? I would love to just go over here, but there needs to be another coaster here, which already has so few options that the only way for this coaster to go is be propelled from the station and then make its way to a lift. So, you know, station, lift, curve, lift up. That's basically the only real option that we have. So I just no. No, it's not gonna happen. So what are we gonna do next then? Probably see that we curve this. We should be able to pretty much go above our own tracks here. Yeah, let's get that sorted. Look, something like that. You know, that is what we will do. And then what I kind of want to do is have like a water splash all above this area, and then maybe do like another lifting section like over here. And then work our way backwards, basically. We don't want to do too many crazy sections, but at least like a few. Yeah, definitely. Oh, wait. Now, that was not really the intention. Can I get away with an S-bend? I believe we are... Yeah, well, we just need the one S-bend. And then we're good. And then... Hold on a second. Now we're above the other exits or entrances. We don't need the S-bend. All we need to do is just avoid that entrance. Look, and now we have the water splash. Ooh yeah. That's what's up. And we'll lift it. And... I mean, I just hope that we don't make it too extreme over here right now. But we'll have to see. It is kind of crazy what we're doing here, but man, how well placed is this splash? You are waiting in line here and getting wet on a water ride. I think this is an excellent place for this splash to be. Also, how cool would it be if we are able to have this go over here? Is that even a thing? Can we do this? No, I don't believe this is a thing. Oh yeah, it is a thing. There is one line of tiles, this one, where if we were to go up and then go down at the right place, we might be able to... If we are though, then what we want here is basically a wide curve. And then another lift piece. And then basically like one down. And then... Oh, how cool. Do we want to do this though? That's the question. Because right now we're above the go-kart circuit. I don't think we should continue on with trying this. I think we should go a little bit higher. Make sure that we curve below this area right around this entrance. And then see that we work it backwards. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So instead of going down there, we will continue the lift. And this will basically be it for this coaster. So down we go. Now, are we able to actually pull something off over here? Now, because we need to lower the land. Which basically means that you are not going to be as high as you are. Well, that's what it comes down to for me. Yeah, look, this is already much better. if you ask me. And this is kind of where we want this thing to be. So, look at this. Perfect. Ideally, we'd go down here and then do this. Ah, there's the footpath in the way. So that's not gonna happen. That's alright though. What we can do is have this go up here. Okay, now we need to start working it back like really soon. So I feel like curve it around over here. Basically go like this and then line ourselves up for well, you know, for the station, which is at height 8. So we only need to lower ourselves like 5 height unit things, and then we're there. So, oh, you know what? We can actually have like a few straight pieces in there. Even one more, I feel. Yeah, okay. I like where this is going. You know what? You know what we don't have either is a helix down, which apparently isn't a thing. Okay. I wasn't aware really of this. Also, I think we are misaligned. But we'll see how this is gonna turn out. We're misaligned pretty poorly actually. With a big curve, it should line up a little bit better. Oh man. It is excellent. Can we have... No. We could add one if we were to go like this. Another water splash. Just the river ride. Hold on a second, the river ride? Wait, what now? The river ride? No way, the river ride. Really? Yeah, apparently. I guess this is like a 3 high thing. Oh, that is such a shame, and we need the exit to be there. So, unfortunately, no water splash. That's alright though. In that case, we're gonna go with the gentle descent. And then also have gentle braking, you know, like 57, 43. Not that it matters all that much, but the thing is, and this is the clever bit in me, we're not going to go with the backwards one. And what we're going to do is we're going to go with the one train to prevent any future crashes from happening. And we are also not going to charge so much for this. Oh, and it's only going to be 4 game Eurobucks. Oh, and look at what we just fixed with this horrible queuing that we had. I don't know how it affected the queue time. But if we sort it right now, it's still the longest, but only by 7 minutes. Do you see what happened with our guest count? It kind of exploded. It really did. All the guests are staying in the park now. So yeah, this is much better. So anyway, this is now crash proof. We will not be pulled in any shenanigans whatsoever. And yeah, let's test ride this one. So why don't you guys watch the test ride on the screen thingy whilst I worry about getting a freaking queue sorted over here. Because, or exit path sorted, I mean. Because yeah, this is quite the challenge is what I have to add about this. Now, are you trapped? You are. Good. Good. Then we will need another handy dude. And you are just gonna... Just wait a second. I'm missing it completely. Yes, I can't see for the life of me what I am assigning, so... Just to be sure that we have it all covered, this will be your area now. Also, in terms of speeds and whatnot, the coaster does seem to be doing quite alright. I think we have a winner over here. Let's take a look at the... No, let's not do that. Let's have a look over here at like the velocity. It's not really going all that quick. 64 kilometers, which is okay-ish. Velocity doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so as far as positive G's, we have like 3 as the max. And for the negative vertical, it's actually not that bad. It's only -1.5, which is good, Oh, and the lateral is totally doable. So all in all, I think this could be a pretty okay coaster thingy. This is kind of irrelevant. We've set the pricing. Let's get it open and let's get a name for this one. How about we call this one... yeah, why don't we call this Alexa? It's a bit of a women's name, I know this, but I have a name in mind for the other one. It's totally not befitting of a classic park, by the way, but oh well, you know, what can we do? You can't always have classical names. I've run out of classical names, you know. I don't know any new ones. So let's see here. Now, as for the color scheme, all these white supports, are we really? This makes it, we already have too much of that type of brown. I kind of feel like we should go with this, to be honest. If I'm really honest. Honest. And I am, so we'll go with it. Now, can we... If I do this, it looks ugly. We're not gonna do this. Also, we are not going to do this. We could go with the black. I think this looks quite okay. Maybe to keep it a little bit. No. I actually kind of like this this brown. Yep. No, definitely. We're staying with it. We're sticking with it. You are gonna be the nice red ones. Yeah, Alexa, you are, as of now, a fact of the park. And guys, do you know what I'm seeing over here? I see loads of guests coming into the park, and I don't see that many leaving anymore. Now, I am curious though. A hot dog stall. And there's still more stalls coming. What now? This is absolutely exotic seafood stall. Oh man, the best. By the way, we win awards in droves currently. We have the safest park, the best value park. I believe I also saw the park with the best food somewhere, so we also have that one. But that should not really come as a surprise. You know what? Let's put down the shop and stalls, and I say that's a nice wrapping up point afterwards. So. We have the hot dog one. Let's get you in there. A hot dog stall, of course, why not? Then, you know, is there any room over here for another stall? Yeah, there is, like right next to this fry stall, which I feel is a little bit overkill, so maybe we shouldn't. Can I get a hot dog thing in over here? It seems like it should be... You know, let's do the seafood thing over there. I feel like... No, never mind. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Right. Next challenge. Where are we gonna fit this? Maybe next to the balloon stall thingy? Yeah, definitely. There, and now I did rotate it to the correct side. Nice. Let's get another hot dog thing in over here. Oh yeah, perfect spot. Hot dog thingy. Also, I do notice that all we're getting here is shops and stalls. I am well aware of this, but since there is not much else for us to research, because I think that like the only gentle rides that we are still gonna get are actual transportation rides, which we are not going to build, in case you were wondering. So we'll do another seafood thing there. And then, let's see, is there... There is room over here, which I want to keep free for entrances and exits of other rides that we are going to have to build. Like the other coaster, for example. Yeah, we need to hook that one up somehow, somewhere. Is this a thing that we can do? Would it be able? Yeah, might be. Might be. Definitely might be. You've got to be kidding me. we would be able to hook that one up. We're gonna do that next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.